Hey everybody, it's King Solomon, the Pioneer Master, and today's lesson is about awakening. So, a spiritual awakening is different for everyone. Some people have a grand time when they're in their spiritual awakening. Some people are left highly confused and wondering what's happening. So, they're the group that spiritual awakeners like happen and they experience a beautiful awakening. They feel energy more. They feel different. They feel happier. They're expanding. They're fixing things within themselves, fixing relationships, and it's a better experience for them than it is most others who have a spiritual awakening. So a lot of other people are like half awake, half asleep, and that's why your spiritual awakening is more traumatic for you than it is for others. So at a subconscious level, you're waking up. You realize a lot of the people outside are fake. You feel like outside is a little too weird, so you want to go back inside. You go inside and you feel like, man, this is not it. I need to be living my life. And you're just stuck in a world where you're awakening internally, but you're confused at why you're experiencing all these different things. Experiencing cutoffs, experiencing people being weird, experiencing people just being fake or different because you're expressing yourself differently and you're experiencing life differently. But you also see how the entertainment is fake and you don't want to waste your time watching TV or playing games or anything. And then you're going out and trying to eat, or you're at home trying to cook and eat, and then you're experiencing like half this fucking food is fake and I'm not enjoying it. Or you eat some real food and you get full really fast because the energy is different for you. You're consuming the energy different. So there's a lot of changes with you internally, spiritually, physically, and mentally, but you can't keep up with it because you don't know about these lessons. So you think a lot of it is just I'm not feeling good and I see all this weird shit and I don't know what to do. You just have to be attentive. You have to realize what's happening and you have to accept it as a fact. If you don't accept it as a fact, you'll just be stuck in a sense of lost space and feeling weird about everything. The people that have accepted the fact are awake while they're awakened, while they're being having a spiritual awakening. They're awake. They know that a lot of this stuff is fake. They know that the food is fake. They know that the people are being weird and they're sick. But not only do they know that, they've accepted that as a fact that's happening, and they either made the choice of either staying away and healing themselves, or healing themselves and trying to heal others. But there's different levels to this spiritual awakening shit, and it's happening whether you like it or not. Another factor that's a part of the spiritual awakening is noticing how false the reality is, and then that reality starting to break down. So a lot of the reality that was there that you thought was real, but you realize is not real, it's just disintegrating right in front of your eyes. You just don't know that it's happening, so it just becomes more of a tragic situation. Like, why is this happening? Well, damn, you're a powerful being that realized a lot of this shit is fake, so your brain cuts off a lot of bullshit just like you cut off a lot of bullshit. So when you start cutting it off, and even though it's playing in real time, you're like, oh wait, that's bullshit, it's not going to work on me anymore. Whether you're aware or unaware, whether you're conscious or unconscious, this will happen. It will go on. So I think the best bet is to be aware and accept the awakening as it is. And if not, you'll just continue to feel the way you feel, and you feel detached and unsure about so much. And if you feel like you don't know how to maintain and be aware in a higher sense, there's so many people online, not just on TikTok, there's Facebook, there's so many people who are awake and are willing to teach. And you can learn from people, and you don't have to take everything that people say to heart, and you don't have to take one person's advice. You can take multiple people's advice, as long as you start discerning with the facts that you're receiving. Like, you see that that's fake, and you go here and you try to learn, and you're like, that's similar to that. You just have to be discerning to who's teaching you, how they're teaching you, and what you're trying to learn. But spiritual awakening is not a joke. It is something that is a powerful situation. It's happening for all, whether you're aware of it or not. But that is my lesson for today. Thank you for listening, and I love you guys. Be safe and continuously grow and work on that pineal gland. because we got to get to that pinealing. Thank you guys. Oh, and don't forget, check out my live tonight.